Hi guys, this is Mike here, and I've got a very special announcement today. I did an interview a couple of weeks back with an artist known as J Dacosta. She's been in the industry for a while. She's done a heck of a lot of amazing tracks. She was cemented herself in the Indian scene, so to speak, especially here in the UK. I don't know about the US. A lot of people probably have heard about her, but over here she was a big thing. I basically first talked to her in 2006, and she's gone to the point now where she's going to be releasing new material. She's is going to try and get her back into the music scene as an artist and also as a writer. And I offered my services to sort of help her out and get her back to prominence, because she's amazing. I wanted to do this intro vid for you guys before I submitted this documentary interview thing with her to tell you a little bit about who she is and why I sort of sought her out to help her. Because in an industry that's full of sharks, then the entertainment industry is, I've had so many people who have literally been out about themselves, and these are people who expect themselves to be up and coming artists, people who believe that they're going to be the next big thing and they're going to make a career out of being in the industry itself. You have millions of different aspects of what this industry contains. It's very multi-layered, and because of that, sometimes it can pick you up and it can throw you back down. And the interview today is discussing exactly why she dropped out of sight, out of mind, so to speak, and why now she's choosing as a time to come back. And I'm going to explain to you guys that I've invested in this, not financially, but I'm investing my time. I'm offering my help for free here to help her because I believe in her. I believe since 2006, when I first saw her, when I first heard her, that she has an amazing voice, she has an amazing talent. And I always envisioned big things, and I want to say you're going to be in for a huge treat here. So without further ado, let's go to the interview, and as always guys, happy gaming.
My name is J Dacosta, and I'm an artist and a singer-songwriter.
Okay, Jay, so you've taken a couple of years out of the game. What happened?
Wow, where do we start? Life happened. Basically, I got a thyroid disease on my thyroid gland in my throat, and it made me get Graves' disease, which affected my heart rate. It affected my whole persona. Weight loss was just so dramatic. It looked like I was anorexic, and I had to take a couple of years out to sort that out. And it's maybe about 90% now. So with your help, it'll be 100%.
So what have you been doing during your time off, apart from sort of, getting healthier?
Writing and recording. My music is a diary, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing, even if I'm in a hospital bed, that microphone and that computer will get to me and I can let everything out, because I think without music I probably would have gone crazy.
So tell us about the new album.
The new album is absolutely amazing. I said this on the interview before, not because I'm on it, but because the producer's fantastic. His name is Kevin Smith from KP Production. He's from East London. He's underground, but he's absolutely amazing. I've done 7 tracks with him. One track is really special to him, and I'd love to promote this. It's Flying Away, and he wrote this for his son that passed away a few years back, and they played it at the funeral, and ever since the funeral Kevin had looked for a singer for the track, and I don't know, it's quite emotional really, because I think 3 artists have tried to sing the track and it wasn't what Kevin was wanting. They was great, I think they was great, but it just wasn't what Kevin was looking for, and then I sang the track for him and that was it really. He just I stayed there and just carried on recording and recording and recording, and then we've just ended up with like loads of tracks, and it's amazing. It's going to be in the UK, and it's going to be aimed in Dubai, it's going to be in Spain, we're looking at Egypt, and hopefully Thailand. Apparently I'm like a little cartoon in Thailand, so they call me the little manga girl there. It's quite crazy.
Tell me as well about what's your style of music?
Very eclectic. If I was to sit there and tell you who I like as a person, my most favourite music in the world is Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera. I watch that every single week and I love it. Then I can go to Barbra Streisand, I can go to Michael Jackson, I can go to Diana Ross, way back the Beatles. If you want to look at songwriting structure, the Beatles are the most amazing songs. Simple, structured, done, you know? Like Puff the Magic Dragon, you know, if you even listen to Puff the Magic Dragon, it's amazing. The structure of the song is absolutely mind-blowing. And a lot of writers that write music, they actually look at the Beatles and the way the Beatles wrote their music down and did their production just as like a nistory lesson, really. It's quite mad. So.
Let's talk about the moment you had with the last album that you did that got you out in the public.
Oh, Still Blazing with Jackal and the Hypnotize crew. Oh wow, that was like centuries ago. It was good.
How did it happen?
Oh, okay. I was performing on the Asian Bollywood side, which I absolutely adore. I was at the Sun-Kissed Festival. I was performing. The Hypnotize crew were on the stage, bless their cotton socks. They came on after me. I watched them perform. When we sort of crossed on the stage, the Jackal, the main one, was quite interested in my style of music. And he thought if I was to help collaborate an album with them, that it would make them a little bit more mainstream. What they do is good for what they do, and what they did was good for what they did, but it just wasn't mainstream. And if you take each person as an individual artist, then yeah, they're really great, but them as a whole group together, it just wasn't working. So when we did the album, it was like a breath of fresh air, really. It was amazing. I think Pit Stop, the song that I wrote, and I've done a lot of the raps as well, I think it's probably their best video to date. Yeah, when I was young, I was fostered by a very beautiful family. They're my family. And what's quite crazy is I have this massive personality of like 4 or 5 different families that have been embedded into me. So I've got the Dacostas, I have Stepney, I have, like, there's just so much embedded in me. And what's so crazy is, with all the colourful lifestyle we've had, I got to soak in everything and everyone. And the funny thing about it is, like, my fostered family, they were quite, you know, the Waltons, like perfect family and, you know, very working class. And my foster dad was just the most amazing man that could ever grace this earth. And my foster mom was just like a really, you know, like, she was just like a little Mother Teresa and stuff. So I sort of got embedded in like 5 different ways, lots of different skills. And as I've grown up, I kind of took on the personality of a schizophrenic, but I'm not, you know, it's just me. So I know how to deal with Asian people, I know how to deal with white people, I know how to deal with Muslims, non-Muslims, I know how to deal with Spanish people, Bengali people. It's like an array of people, because that whole array of people make up my DNA. But yeah, so...
Because I remember you guys made a cameo in one.
Yeah, it was like a cameo. Bollywood love to dramatize everything. So in Bollywood, like, they romance everything. Everything is romanced and, you know, big, and, you know, like ninjas turn into fairy tale goblins, and it's just massive. So when you do a music video in Bollywood, it's more like a Bollywood video film in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So we tried to incorporate, you know, like a group that wasn't together, they broke up for a long time, and then they got back together and done auditions, and then smashed out the Pit Stop in Leicester Square. But and it worked. For what it was, it really did work. And at that time, you had, if you remember, you know, if you can think rightly, Glee, you had Hannah Montana. So that kind of feel, it sort of worked for the time.
In the Asian scene as well, like, you had a lot of support from like ZTV, didn't you? Because you did a lot of the promotion for the album. And, and
I did the Olympia, London Olympia for ZTV's, the Z Carnival. I was ZTV's Frame for a Fortnight. It's quite funny actually, because ZTV, I got in with them via Jackal, but there was oh, what's his name? It's so bad as well now, I've got to remember his name. Oh, this is terrible. You can keep this on camera, it's fine. Oh my god. Ajdad Nazir, I'm so sorry Ajdad, you're fantastic. Yeah, Ajdad Nazir from Eastern Line newspaper. And like, he was a really great support and such a great man as well. You know, especially in this Asian scene, not even just the Asian scene, the whole music scene is full of sharks, and I'll be honest with you. You know, there's the casting couch, if you're a hoe, you might make it. But the funny thing about it is, there's certain people like Ajdad Nazir that will just completely keep that respect level there and respect you for who you are as an artist and push you because he respects what you're doing, and I'll always love him for that. So he's done that a lot.
He's kind of like
he's a very big figure in the Asian scene as well.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the executive producers for Z, isn't he?
Oh, I love him. I think he's amazing. So
because he like they had you literally, you were everywhere. You were on the
that was because of Ajdad.
Yeah. And you know, because I remember the video in general, because you were doing a lot of promotion. They weren't, you know, they weren't really in the videos. They weren't really doing the promoting. You were doing all of that. You became basically the face of that album and also the face of the single. So
my little sister, she's beautiful, isn't she? Salana, she's next.
So yeah, you became sort of like the face of that, and as you said, was that because of your relationship with Ajdad? Was he looking up at you as the face of it?
No, it's just because, you know, who ain't going to buy this face? And I'm joking. No, because Ajdad, you know what? That sounds really iffy to me. That's a really iffy question because your relationship with Ajdad.
No, but a relationship doesn't mean
Ajdad, I hope, and I think, saw something unique in the Asian industry.
Yes.
I know this sounds a bit crazy, but it's like an Asian girl that's British, not Asian, but mixed, and it's a spokesperson for the world. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's Spanish, there's Irish, there's Indian, there's all that in me. I know some people call me Spangali. It's quite funny. It's like a Spanish Bengali, or a Ragastani, or I get called a Packer muffin. I'm like, for God's sake, because my family have like Jamaican heritage as well, like the Dacostas. The Dacostas originated in Portugal, and they were Jews, Sephardic Jews, hundreds of years ago. They went from Portugal to Gibraltar, from Gibraltar to Cuba, and Cuba to Jamaica. And my mum is a 6th generation Jamaican national. So yeah.
So
I'm a Ragastani.
So basically he saw something in you. What did you feel like with that? Your face was literally everywhere. You had, in a sense, in the Asian community, you had instant stardom. So did you find that sort of hindering in a sense?
No, not at all. Do you know what? There's one thing I do love about the Asian community, and they are not phased with like, oh my God, she's so fantastic, they bow down to her. Every mother-in-law and every Asian woman is a princess in their own right. So what's so funny about it is they were more real and more like less gobsmacked about things I did. And to be quite honest with you, I know it sounds quite funny, but being a Muslim, you know, when you're around public like weddings and stuff like, you kind of hide the fact that you're a singer and stuff. You're like, you know, hey, shut up, you got no shame back there. So it's not so blatantly like, hi, I'm here, and they kind of keep that level there where they let you go and do your professional work out there, but they ain't gonna treat you like some princess. Do you know what I mean? And you know, don't get an ego, because it's not gonna happen in the Asian community. Trust me. Like, you know, you could be a star tomorrow and you could be picking donias from a field and selling it for 10 pence a bunch. You know, God humbles you at the end of the day. So.
Or you could be selling £1 fish.
Oh, £1 fish. Have a look. £1 fish. It started me off now, innit? £1, £2, £1 fish. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. How's it go? £1 fish.
So yeah, so basically, yeah, the stardom there is very,
you just got me off then.
It's very vast. So you have yourself in a situation basically where this album was going off. How did it go in terms of sort of sales? Did the album kick off?
I don't know. I've never seen any money from Jackal's album sales. Where? Oh, that's a good question. Where's my money? Oh, no, it's alright, you can keep it. Pocket change. No, I've never seen any money from it. I know he does it everywhere, but I've never seen any money. But I'm not really bothered about it. Do you know what? I don't think any money that I could get from that album could pay for any of the experience that I got doing the album. Does that make sense? So the album paid for itself.
Yeah, okay.
Already. I think as a writer and as someone that still makes other artists sing their songs, people are still listening to my story. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to just go out there, smash that little credibility up just to prove to people that here you go, here I am, I did do it, even though I nearly died. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't given up. Don't ever give up your dreams. You know, there's footprints on the moon for a reason. You know, you can reach for the sky and you can get there. You gotta listen. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people hear music and they hear the boom, boom, bing, bing, bang, bang. But if you actually listen to the words and listen to the story, every song is a story in its own right. Every song is an emotion. Everything that goes down a microphone is coming from an emotion. It's not just a voice. Do you know what I mean? What you're doing is coming from emotion, isn't it? So when you listen to it, it has to be able to tickle your emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? Even, I know it sounds crazy, but it's scientifically proven that music elevates people's moods. It's scientifically proven that Beethoven in the woman's womb, you know, raises a child's IQ. It's proven that people in comas respond to music. So music has a massive effect on people.
Definitely.
There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. Watch this one. How am I supposed to win if I never try?
Well done.